everybody. Good evening and welcome to What's Love Got to Do with It right here on My Psychic Connection. My name is Bunny Sugars and I am your hostess with the mostest today. I hope you guys are doing good. I've missed you guys over the weekend. I cannot wait to talk to everyone about their weekend. And I'm so excited. I like kind of being the midweek show because then I get to round you guys off into the weekend. So it's always a good time for me. And I hope everyone has been having a really good week so far. So before we get into some really awesome readings, let's go ahead and jump into some house rules really quick. So if you're new here, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Now, here at My Psychic Connection, we do offer free and paid readings. We just ask that in the chat box, you provide us with a specific question. If you have a general question, however, we prefer those are answered on mypsychicconnection.com. General readings can get a little bit tricky because they might take you in directions you may not be ready to get into on a live show like this. So go ahead to mypsychicconnection.com, and if you sign up, you get 3 minutes of your first reading free with any reader you want, and it's really cool. Cheat codes, fun things, free minutes are always awesome for stuff like this. So go ahead and sign up there if you're interested. Now, just as important, legal and medical questions. We like to leave those to the medical professionals. We cannot, by law, answer those types of questions. Nothing about legal, medical, pregnancy, anything like that. Keep it with the professionals, and we'll kind of, have a good time here regardless. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Now, if you'd like to skip ahead of the line or get a longer reading generally, you can donate using the link down below. And when you click that link, we offer a quick reading, a mini, a medium, and a mega reading. Now, mega reading is really cool, right? Because you get to ask up to 4 questions. The mini, mediums, and megas are untimed, meaning as long as it takes us for that message to get out, we will not stop until that message is entirely out. It does not matter how long it takes. Spirit takes the wheel on that one, definitely. So those are awesome. So if you're interested in the mediumship, go ahead and hit the mega. If you want to ask more than one question, go ahead and donate for that mega. So along with that, every dollar of every donation that we have here or have that we receive from the show is being donated to Female Strong, a beautiful charity that is helping females all over the world. So $1 of every donation goes to them. And then also you get to help us here too at My Psychic Connection. So you guys, I want you all to get ready, get tight, get in some seats, get comfortable. We have some games for you tonight. Halfway through the show, we'll be doing a lightning round where you get to ask me yes and no questions, and I get to give you my yes, no's, or undetermineds. And also, go ahead and start throwing those emojis in the chat because there is an emoji contest at the end where you get to have a free general reading from me, and that's either with my hummingbird oracle or my dark mirror oracle. So if you guys are interested in some free readings, throw those emojis in the chat. And if you are ready, let's go ahead and start asking some questions. Go ahead and ask your questions in the chat. And I hope you guys have been doing good. I missed you guys, and that was the house rules. So it's so good to see you all again, and let's jump into it. Gemma asks, Adam is thinking about attending my son's wedding. I really want him there, but at the same time, I need a lot of energy to attend. Being around someone all the time drains me and gives me anxiety, nausea. Oh, Gemma, what's the best to do? I'm stuck. He said if he doesn't go, then he'll visit and stay with me for his birthday a few weeks later instead. Gemma, I'll be honest. This seems like a situation where you might need to kind of deliberate what it is you'd like over the long term, because quite honestly, I can tell you all day long that, you want him to see you. You want to be with him. Why not let him come? And yeah, people are draining, girl. Trust me, I know. But there is a decision that needs to be made. So honestly, there is no right answer to this question. And that is because this is one that is strictly based in how you feel about where you are in that moment. It's kind of like you have to bite the bullet both ways. Yes, you'll be around someone all of the time for a short period of time, but also there's a lot of benefit that comes from being around this person all the time. You want to further your relationship, right? So you would want to spend that quality time with your person that you have interest in. Now, I'm going to say, I really feel like, should you just let him come through, let him come over and, you guys go to the wedding? Yeah. This is a good learning experience and a good learning opportunity for not just you, but for him too. He gets to learn more about you, and then also he will be able to see you in action, and then you will be able to start learning to overcome that anxiety. So definitely just go ahead and go for it. You aren't really going to lose anything aside from some mental energy, but this is the mental energy that you want to lose because you really care about this person. And then when you think about it, events are going to be a part of the relationship, definitely. So, give it some time, give it some thought. And I really think, honestly, it's going to be what it is. Ah, there, my friend, is the bell. But I do hope I was able to help give you some clarity today. And thank you so much, Gemma, for your beautiful, beautiful question. You guys, I have missed you guys, and I really want to know because, my show is about love. I love love. Love is fun. I want to ask you guys, what is a song that makes you think about love? What makes you feel good in a moment? What makes you think about love? I have several songs. Most of them are K-pop songs because that is just what I'm into. But there's one particular song that really kind of puts me in this happy, happy, joyous, lovey mode. And love doesn't always have to be romantic. Love can just be a good feeling of the flutters and the fun. And that is 23 by an artist named IU. That's a fun song that I like, and it just makes me feel so joyous and so happy. So, you guys, tell me what kind of songs make you feel good in the moment, make you just feel like, I'm so happy. This is so great. Like, ooh, the world is great. I love energy like that. I love when music makes you feel good because remember, music is very connected to our emotions. So, I can't wait to see what you guys' answers are. And while we get some of those in, let's go ahead and jump into. Oh, Cassidy the card slinger says, woohoo, let's go, Bunny. Hi, Cassidy. I missed you so much while she was on break. Cassidy is one of my favorite people. Emma says, hi, Bunny. So happy to see you. Hi, Emma. So good to see you, too. I'm glad to see you guys on here and doing well today. So while we're going ahead and having all this good conversation, let's go ahead and jump into another question. Audrey says, hello. So I already asked Wesley's ex-wife is going to try and stop us from getting married. LOL. But is there something in particular that I should look out for her to do? Thanks. All right, Audrey. So is there something particular that you should look out for? And all I can really hear is high stress and catty behavior. I think things are just going to get catty, but you also have to look on the flip side of this too, because when you have a situation where someone is essentially kind of coming at you in some way, shape, or form, you have to watch how you react. You have to watch, look, ten of wands. That's putting more on your back. That is baggage. That is putting extra where you don't need to. Are you going to let this control you? Or are you going to say, okay, kick bricks and keep it moving? You have to kind of decide which way you want to go, because quite honestly, I think it's just going to be a lot of catty behavior. A lot of it is going to be verbal. A lot of it is just going to be offhanded comments. It's nothing that you really need to rile yourself up about or plan ahead for. I don't think she is going to come down the aisle with a horse and a hatchet and be like, no, I object. It's not going to be that big a deal. I don't think you have to jump that high or jump through those types of hoops. I think it's just going to be some catty behavior for the most part, but you have to watch how you think about it and watch how you respond to it. Your response is going to be more indicative of what happens as opposed to, what she could do. Because if you stop it now, if you ignore it now, if you push it to the back of your mind now, it's not going to be a problem later. Boundary is going to be really important here. So there's nothing particular outside of catty behavior and mean girl activity, but for the most part, just be remembrance and how you respond is more important than what you can do to prevent it. And bam, there's the bell. And I hope that was able to help you. And I hope I helped give you some clarity today. So let me see some songs. Emma says, one of my favorite love songs is Hold You Down by DJ Khaled. Ooh. And Emma says, I also love the song You're Mine by DJ Khaled. Ooh, I'm going to have to listen to those too. I like a lot of music. However, I do not remember. I'll remember the song when I hear it. I'll never remember the name of a song, but I know it when I hear it. It's like some of the 112 songs that I remember my dad playing in my childhood that are really very much love songs. I don't remember, but I know that song. And if I remember the name, I'll let you know. Watch it pop up in the middle of the deck one. Watch it pop up in the middle of a reading. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. And don't forget, we're holding the emoji contest. An emoji contest, you do get a free general reading from me with a lovely fun deck. So make sure you guys go ahead and put those emojis in the chat. Keep it rolling and let's keep it pushing. Let's talk about love really quick. And this is kind of tying into love songs a little bit, just love in general. So I want to talk a little bit for the reason for, lust versus love. These are two very distinct emotions that I think we get confused a lot. So here's a carrot for your thoughts, my friend. Lust is always going to be the first stage of love. No matter how you slice it, dice it, no matter how you julienne those carrots, it will always be the first stage of love. And that is because in order to want to form a connection with someone, there has to be a visual appeal. You will see before you will think about, oh, I really like this person as a personality, as a person. You're going to find them attractive first. So as much as we love to say love at first sight is kind of how I met my person, now it's love at first sight. And that's not a bad thing. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It is literally just the way we are wired as people. Humans are visual creatures, and we will see before we are ready to emotionally connect. And that click that people talk about, love at first sight, not only is it the lust aspect of it where you find this person rather attractive, it's also that click of feeling comfortable. That when people say, oh, I feel like I've known you for so long, it's energy connecting and feeling comfortable and being secure in what that energy is. It's not so much that you fell in love with this person right there on the spot. It's more so you've become comfortable with that energy. And that is a real important distinction. Lust will always be first when we're talking about love at first sight, but that's not a bad thing. What is a bad thing is how you continue to treat the relationship after you've had that love at first sight. Because, ooh, it can transform real questionable when you start getting into lust. And lust versus love specifically. So that's something just to think about, something to kind of sprinkle in your salad of thoughts. So let's go ahead and jump into another question. And I'll have more topics on that in a little bit. Teresa says, hi, just wanted to know if my husband loved me for real. Girl, you've come to the right person. Let's figure out, does he love you for real? I feel like the answer here is yes, but not only is it a yes, I think there is a lot of insecurity on his end in regards to the relationship. I think he knows that at any point in time, right, there could be this hiccup, this question. And I feel like sometimes a lot of what happens is he's afraid to make a move. He's afraid to express certain aspects of the relationship. He's afraid to express his thoughts and feelings sometimes because he knows your tolerance ain't that high, and he doesn't want to lose you. I do think he loves you for real. The problem is he is afraid of getting hurt in the relationship because he knows that you have a real specific operation to you. And that's not a bad thing. It is just something to be very aware of within your relationship. So he loves you for real. And Teresa, I feel like you have to be a little bit more patient or forgiving is the right way to put it. Teresa, with his anger, and sometimes he says things that he shouldn't say. Yes, he's very impulsive with his speech, but you are very quick to snap. And so when sometimes, and look, Teresa, that's okay because we are flawed, but you have to allow him the time to sort it out. It's like give him the space to realize where that was wrong. But I do think that there's just a little bit of a mismatch in communication. He loves you for real. The problem is he speaks very quick, very fiery, and then you speak very quick and fiery. And so what happens when you got two fires in the house? That whole radiator is going to blow. It's a big old problem. The house is going to explode. So, my friend, I hope that was able to help give you some insight onto your relationship. It is really hard when you have similar personalities to a degree. Similar personalities. Ooh, Teresa says, I am a Scorpio and he's an Aquarius. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's a lot of water. Water is a lot of emotion. So it's the way you two express. It's similar, but polar opposite. High passion, and there's high passion and frustration. Friend, it's something that you two have to come to that compromise on, but it's definitely something that can work on. But he loves you. He loves you. You guys gotta work on some things communication wise. But I hope that was able to help you. Teresa says, thank you so much. You are so very welcome, my friend. You guys, we are having a good time tonight. And I want to get through as many questions as I can because I'm so excited. I missed you guys. I want to answer all of your questions. And remember, if you want to skip ahead the line or you want to get more than one question, go ahead and donate using the link down in the chat below. Remember, we have a quick reading, a mini reading, and a medium and a mega reading. Whoop, whoop. And you can ask up to 4 questions with the mega reading. So if you have some burning hot questions, go ahead and hit that donation button. You guys are so awesome. And don't forget about that emoji contest. But let's go ahead and jump into some other questions, some next questions, new questions. And Svetlana is our friend today with the question. She says, hi, Bunny. What are V's current feelings and next actions toward me? Svetlana. I love your name so much. It's fun to say. Your name is so fun to say. So let's see. What are his current feelings? Ooh. I feel really tense when I ask that question, just energetically tense. And that kind of gives me the idea. He does have residual feelings for you. I mean, they're there. They're there. He's not expressive. However, there's a part of him that almost feels a little bit restricted, a little bit unsure of where the lining is. But it's not that he doesn't like you. I think it's just the speed in which things are going or could go. You know, sometimes when you are approaching somebody in a new relationship type of situation, what can end up happening is things may move too far, too fast, and they might be like, whoa, 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 what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So I think what's going to happen is there just needs to be some time given for him specifically to realign his emotions to the situation. I hear pressure, so it's like wanting to not feel pressured is what's going on. So, I mean, there is attraction here. Just let it bloom to what it be. It's a kind of go with the flow sort of feeling, definitely. So, his next move, though, is a little bit undetermined, and it's because things have to slow down for him a little bit. He's not 100% sure which way he should go. And when you're not sure which way you should go, I'm not going to give you a definite, he's going to go this way or that way. Because if you're not sure, it could always end up leading into something totally different. So this is a go with the flow situation. Allow his feelings to open up, but keep the connection there as much as you can. And just let it flow. Let it flow like the ocean, the lakes, the wind, the water. Because I feel there's a lot of pressure. It feels very tense and very tight. All right, my friend, thank you so much for your beautiful question. There is our bell. So, everybody, I want to take another moment and talk a little bit more about the lust versus love in a dynamic or the start of a relationship specifically. I feel a lot of people get these terminologies confused, and I think love at first sight is more from the hopeless romantic end of the spectrum. Again, there's nothing wrong with being a hopeless romantic. Oh, Svetlana says, thank you with the little fairy emoji. It's so cute. You are so very welcome, Svetlana. So lust versus love is kind of a mismatch sort of term. Like we said, lust is always the first stage. So then what happens when you start wanting to develop more into it? How do you know if you're still at the lust stage versus the I want to really get to know you stage? There's a distinction that can be made, and it's not as black and white as the verbiage and terminology I'm about to use, but it is significantly more identifiable for most people that way. Lust is when you have a crush, right? And then they get a haircut and you don't like that haircut and you're like, wow, you are not attractive anymore. That's lust. That is how lust has started. That is, ooh, you were real cute until you did that thing. God, why does he breathe so loud? Why is she chewing so loud? That's when you realize, okay, I don't know if this is really a connection. Love is, despite those things, despite that horrible raggedy haircut they may have gotten, despite that, you still find them to be still a very attractive person and you want to give your heart to them. Lust is more selfish energy. What I want, what I like, what I desire, what I feel. How does it make me feel? How do I think it looks in the moment? It's selfish in its desire. Lust is not always a sexual connotation either. It is how I want things, how I desire, what it has to look to me. That is lust. Love is, despite that, I still have emotions that waver for you. I would still jump in front of a car for you or something like that. Okay, not that deep. Don't look, please don't go that deep. But it's that type of love, that feeling that I don't care what you look like or how you look. I want to get to know you. But then we start turning into different paths because love and lust are on the same tree, different branches, and those branches branch out to more branches. Again, it's like a giant forest. And so with lust, that I like you the way you look can branch into I like what you can give me. I like how you make me feel in the moment. Love is sometimes you get on my nerves, but I still love you and I do anything for you. Love is sometimes I don't want you to breathe my air, but I still love you. Love is despite of, lust is more selfish in nature. So that's an easy way to distinct it. Think about how you think about your person in a relationship and these attributes that they have. Do they like drive you crazy and is it really unattractive to you? Or is it, yeah, that's just what they do, but it's okay. I kind of still want to vibe with them. That's a real basic way to kind of make a distinction between the two. And that's some more julienne carrots on your salad for your thoughts. And a salad sounds really delicious right now. I'm not going to lie. So with those carrots for your thoughts, don't forget there's an emoji contest and you get to have a free reading with me. So while we're at it, let's go ahead and jump into another question. Hey, I love saying that. That's so fun. What's coming next for my love life? Woo, AA. That's a very interesting question. I feel like right now you are in a rest and breathe period because what I'm feeling is there's certain red flags that you have ignored in certain aspects of relationships that spirit is like, please reevaluate. Please take a minute before we start jumping into something different. Reevaluate what you like, what you don't like, because it's almost like you've given too much. You've given too much to certain relationships who haven't given enough. It's like a lowering of the standards, so to speak. And so what spirit is asking you to do right now is take a moment and breathe. You will be finding somebody by the end of the year, definitely. But unfortunately, this is going to be a time of healing for you. Spirit said, slow down. Spirit said, let's reevaluate what it is we've been looking for and what we like. That is exactly how this is supposed to go. So I do see someone coming for you. This is going to be closer to, I hear somewhere between July, but I also hear November as well. So we're looking at a very wide timeline, and it's just going to depend on how much progress you make, because that's how the universe works. This is going to be someone who has no relation to you now. So this is someone completely new to you. And also I hear Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius very loud as well. So it could be someone of those three signs or someone within that signage. However, this is going to be a different type of relationship that's going to require you to have your boundaries ready and set in place. And that's what spirit has you kind of set for now. Rest period, and then set your boundaries and set your intentions. That's what spirit is looking for you to do, because you've let a lot slide in past relationships with Thank you so very much. Unfortunately, we hit that bell, but if you want to know more, you are more than welcome to donate using the link in the chat below. Squirrel said, I snore so loud. My husband says he needs subtitles for my dreams, but he still loves me. You need subtitles. Look, I'm in the same boat. I don't snore, or in my dreams I don't snore, but my fiance says that. AA says exactly, no more lowering my standards. Yes, you've spent a lot of time for lowering your standards, and this is something for everybody. Do not get into a relationship right after a previous relationship ended, because by that point, if it's still like 2 or 3 months out, it's very fresh. It's very like a fresh slice of ginger. It's going to be a little bit intense because you're going to be chasing those emotions that you were feeling before the breakup. Don't do that to yourself, because what spirit does is after you have a breakup, there's a time for you to rest. There's a time for you to reassess what exactly you need, want, and desire. And you have to take that time of rest seriously. Even though we all want to be loved, don't we all want to be loved? You have to take that time to love yourself a little bit more and reestablish what your boundaries are. Like, even look, here's a pro tip. I mean, I don't know if this is a very Sagittarius pro tip, so we're going to say it like that. Sagittarius pro tip: at the 1 year mark of every relationship you are in, write a pro and con list of everything going on. How you feel about that person, what are their traits. Gemma says, I waited 8 years. Yes, sometimes it's got to be 8 years because you got to reestablish what it is you need. But make a pro and a con list of literally how you feel about the relationship, where you think things are going, aspects of your partner that you like, that you don't like, and then reevaluate, is this lust or is it love? I love me a graph. I love me a chart with a paper. I love a paper with a line in the middle with 2 columns to just iron out what those thoughts are. That's another way you can determine what is lust or love. But you have to remember that you have to every time raise your standards just a little bit, and then be able to assess what it is you need and do not need in a relationship. And if by the 1 year mark you realize, I really don't like this, nah. Love Rhyme says exactly. Tip. Yes. Sagittarius pro tips. Love Rhyme says excellent. Yes. That is how I have been able to grow from my relationships that all have ended up in the dumpster. At 1 year, I have to sit and reevaluate with myself. Are we going to put more time into this or not? It works. It seems harsh, but it works. Sagittarius. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into our next question. And you heard the sound. It is time for the lightning round. You got 3 minutes. Ask me as many questions as you like. Yes, no questions. Yes, no, undetermined. We are doing an intuition test, basically. I'm going to yes, no, or undetermined all of your yes or no questions. Ask me everything from, is the sky blue? Does he like puppies? Will my puppy, eat a piece of cabbage? Anything you want, go ahead and ask me. Go ahead and start throwing as many questions as you can. It does not matter how many questions you ask, just throw them on the chat. Emma says, is he cheating? No. Let's see. Gemma, will the anxiety I feel when out get better the more I go out? Yes. Yes, friend. Love Rhyme says, will Craig and I stay together? Yes. Gemma, does Adam see me as a girlfriend or a partner yet? Yes. AA, will JP and I talk again? Undetermined. Love Rhymes, will I get my taxes in May? Ooh, friend. Undetermined. Kelly, should I stay at my job? No. AA, will Felipe reach out? Undetermined. More to that, but undetermined. Brandon, does Miranda like me DM? She was beautiful on Instagram. Yes. More to it, but yes. Gemma, will I work for a company again? Undetermined. Undetermined. Emma, will Barry ever try and come back? No. Don't see it. Jen, will my name Jennifer Is my ex eligible to reach out soon on Instagram on Oh, this seems like a much deeper question. Let's go ahead to the next one. Let's see. Love, is my ex date Deidron doing right? No. Ooh. Emma, will I do well at Victoria's Secret? Yes. AA, will business pick up soon? Yes. Gemma, will I go to my son's wedding reception? Yes. Let's see. Kathleen, will I get my disabled shower put in? Yes. All right. Cassidy, will our new project with new customers succeed? Yes. Ooh, exciting. Emma, will he reach out to me soon? Yes. More to it, girl. But Kathleen, will my finances get better? Yes. AA, will I get married in the future? Yeah. All right. Oh, well, me thinking we had more time and it wasn't 3 minutes yet. There's that bell. Thank you, everybody, so much for participating in that lightning round. You guys are awesome. We have some stuff to talk about. Every time we do a lightning round with some of you, I'm just like, we need to have deeper conversation about this. But for any of you who want to, get deeper on these yes or no questions that you might be asking, you are more than welcome to sign up to mypsychicconnection.com. Cassidy says, thank you. You are so very welcome, Cassidy. But if you want to get some more details on those yes or no questions, feel free to hit that donation button or go to mypsychicconnection.com. You get 3 minutes for free when you sign up, and we can talk all about it. Because look, some of those had me on my toes. Some of those we gotta get a little bit deeper into the dirt, deeper into the bedrock about it. So I hope you guys are having a good time here. Remember, keep those emojis rolling because there is an emoji contest before the end of the show. So keep that going, keep going. And with that said, let's jump into another question. Jen, here we go. Hello, my name is Jennifer. Will Ali Abak from my past, who I met more than 20 years ago, that I reached out to on Instagram, and after received a message from him, take more action towards me. No contact currently, please and thank you. All right, Miss Jen, let's kind of see where Ali is at. I feel like what is going to end up becoming a thing is there might be some communication between you two on a more friendship type of level. I'm not seeing him wanting to take things into a kind of romantic place. He wants to keep things strictly platonic. And it feels like that has a lot to do with the fact that he remembers you. And, you two were, I think he remembers you. And I don't think he has bad feelings towards you. The only problem here is he just might be in a situation, in a space where he's not wanting to take things into that. He might be comfortable with things how they are. It's almost like wanting to cement a friendship before pushing into any sort of romantic anything, but it just really feels like he would be fine with just a friendship aspect if that's something that can be maintained. Because I'm not seeing him like dislike you in any way or avoid you. I just think that, it's not as pressing, that contact. So will you two eventually have contact? Yeah, I see that happening. But anything further than that contact, I don't think so. I think you two may just hold friendly conversation with one another. I think there's a lingering, a desiring for a push is what that looks like, a push into the romantic. But I'm not 100% seeing that come to fruition. So, this is going to be a situation where building a repertoire, building a friendship, building into a connection, but keeping it just strictly at a more platonic level between the two of you. I don't think that's a bad thing, but understandably, that may not exactly be what you're... All right, my friend, I hope that was able to help, but it just is, unfortunately, sometimes the person we may desire may not be on the same wavelength as us, and that's okay. Because there's always better when one door closes, another 600 doors will open. So just always keep that in mind. And I hope I was able to help give you some clarity today. So you guys are doing awesome. And I do see those emojis in the chat. I want to keep it going, because remember, emoji contest is coming up soon, so keep it rolling. Yes, Jen says thank you. You are so very welcome, Jen, with your beautiful butterfly icons. It's so cute. So you guys, while we're here, let's go ahead and jump into another question. Lisa, she asks, do you see me working in the medical field? Please and thank you. Lisa, this is a good question. I like this. I like when we touch on career, because the love of work and the love of money is also a thing too. But we need that money to survive. However, do I see you working in the medical field? I think it's something you want to do. I don't see it necessarily happening for you. It comes off as a very high stress scenario for you. There's going to be a lot of requirements, and I feel like it's not that you're not able to meet it. It feels like it's going to be something that ends up being extremely taxing for you. So it's not necessarily going to be a very lucrative or beneficial situation. So will you find something? Not to the degree that you're looking for. I do think that something within medical is likely, but it's not going to be what you think it is to be. It just feels like something that is going to increase the amount of stress that you have on you, especially on, it just feels like pain. I'm so sorry. I hate to say it like that. It feels like pain of the physical variety. It's a lot. But I don't see this being a lucrative endeavor for you. I do see some lucrative endeavors coming in other aspects of your life, specifically with different career paths, something that is more agreeable and more flexible for you as you are now. However, with this particular path, it does not seem so. It doesn't seem so. It just feels like it's something that you desire to do. It's not going to be the best thing for you. And I don't necessarily see you being successfully able to jump into that branch of career, unfortunately. So just give it time, because I think what that right thing is for you is going to come up. It's going to come up when you least expect it, because it's something it's going to be like an aha moment for you when you realize what it is. But I just don't see this being it. All right, my friend, thank you so much for your beautiful questions. And I hope I was able to help give you some clarity this evening. So you guys, I feel like love and lust specifically, look, we're getting into some talking points again. Love and lust specifically have a lot to do with how we look at not just love and romantic relationships, but how we look at our financial relationship to money. When we lust after our dollar bills, we end up putting ourselves in situations where we can essentially crackle our bones apart. Unfortunately, because we need that money to survive. And look, it's okay to have a love of money. That is how we survive in this world. That is the currency here on earth, right? The problem is when we give too much to that desire, when we push way too hard into that desire, when we unfortunately end up breaking our back backwards to make sure we have it, and then forgetting how exactly to live with, not without it, but live in connection to it. We forget to take care of ourselves. So when you think about your work and your career and those finances, you have to realize that it's okay to love the money, because the money is what keeps us living. But what doesn't keep us living, or living well, so to speak, is the determination to accumulate, to hoard, to break our back, essentially, to make sure we have that. And then the stepping on other people to make that happen. We have to be careful with how we express that love of a dollar bill. And remember, love and lust is more than just romantic. You can lust after anything. You can lust after a really nice Boston cream pie cake. You can do that. Is it healthy for you? Absolutely not. Will I do it anyway? Yes. You have to know your limits as a person. You have to know what's up. So keep that in mind. Love and lust is more than just love and romance. It also branches into every aspect of your life. Because like I said, when you think and visualize and see that Boston cream pie cake, you just go, ooh, I need it. But you know you don't need the calories. I'm going to get one anyway. It's okay. Just know what you're up against. Just be honest with yourself. So that was another carrot for your thoughts. Honesty is the best policy. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm having so much fun today. Miss Collins says, not a Boston cream pie. Yes, ma'am, I saw one in the grocery store and I was like, ooh, I need it, but no, I don't. I got a wedding dress to make sure I can fit into. And I've been eating popcorn. I'm like, no, that pie was looking, it was looking mighty right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love food. I am very much from the South, and you can tell. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into another question. Sweet tooth girl. Hey, look, a woman after my own heart, because I got that sweet tooth too. She says, will I receive and sign my LVMH modeling contract from Paris this week? And also, will I receive a call in the mail for the same? Oh, my goodness. Look. All right, money moves, money moves. So will you end up getting the paperwork you're looking for? Yeah. And will it come this week? Probably not. It's going to come soon. It's just not going to come this week. Unfortunately, it looks like there's some other things that are going to have to come first. And again, this is stuff outside of your free will and your control when things come, because it really depends on what's happening around that situation. So like the office building around that paperwork and other people's free will, how slow people are moving, how fast they're moving, stuff like that. So will you get it? Yeah. Is it going to be this week? No. But this is awesome because this is going to be putting you on a fast track where you want it to go. This looks like a good time for you. I'm excited for you. That's lit. So congratulations in advance, girl. That's awesome. I do think, though, there are going to be some compromises you will need to make coming up in regards to things like this. It's going to be one of those endeavors where you're going to have to really sit and think about it, though. You'll get it, but before you sign on that dotted line, make sure you just visualize everything you're looking at. Be very meticulous about how you come through some paperwork. So just be very, very careful about where you go from here, and make sure you read it well, because there might be some things that you do not like. But just, keep your head up, keep your chin up. You girl, good luck. That's awesome. So thank you so much. I hope that gave you some clarity, but it's coming. It's coming. So that's awesome. I love that. Look, I love when readings come out good like that, you guys. So remember, if you are interested in jumping the line and, bumping ahead a little bit, go ahead and hit that donation link down below. But until then, let's go ahead and jump into another reading. Don't forget there's emoji contest, put them emojis in the chat. So, Matt asked, will Lisa meet with me soon? We were once close. I left her a voicemail and sent her a letter suggesting meeting up. Okay, Matt. That's a very interesting question. Let's look into Lisa's energy. Lisa feels very distant. Lisa does not want to meet up. There's a real big wall that I'm seeing from where she is. It's essentially, she's not really wanting to think about what has happened. She doesn't want to think about reconnecting. I think Lisa just wants to have her own space. So this is going to be a situation in which space is going to be very important. I think she doesn't want the friendship right now. She just wants to be kind of backed off into her own space, her own corner. And it just feels like a no. It feels like she is not ready to reopen. Is this the end of the situation between the two of you? No, I don't think it is. I do think that at a later time, there will be a friendship that is established, but it has to be on her time and her terms. She's not ready just yet. So I would say hold off on any more communication, because she just isn't willing to hear it, and allow her to work herself up to come back to you, to open that communication with you. Allow it to happen, because again, this isn't the end, but this is something that she wants to push away from, and you are going to have to allow her the space to find her healing and then come back when she is ready. So she's just not really at that point in time just yet. So allow it some time to marinate. How much time is going to be 100% dictated up to her, unfortunately, but she just needs time to marinate. Her feelings are very raw, very fresh, and there's a wall. It's like she has built cement blocks to keep out those emotions, and that's why she's not being so reciprocative to what it is All right, you guys, and there is the bell. And thank you so, so much, Matt, for your beautiful question. And I do hope the best for you moving on. But let's go ahead and announce our emoji winner. And congratulations, AA, you are our emoji winner. I saw you bumping those emojis out. Good job. You are awesome. And thank you, everyone who participated in the emoji contest. And remember, every time you see my face on screen, there is an emoji contest that happens typically. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, and we're going to jump into the hummingbird oracles because I feel like birds are what is needed today. We need a little sunshine, a little happiness. And I feel like because the energy's been just a little bit, AA says yes, yes. In agreement, in harmonizing, we say yes. But because I feel like the energy's just been a little bit off the past couple of days, let's go ahead and just jump into some feel-good emotions. So let's go ahead and draw some more cards. I want to get one more. Your first card out, however, is Epic Journey. You've flown so far already. Keep your gaze on the horizon. You're almost there. Beautiful card. I love my little hummingbirds. But then you have let it blossom. The timing of the universe is precise and wise. With patience, care, and trust, the flowers you've been tending to will bloom gloriously. This is all about telling you how it's time for you to keep on the vision that you have, because your what is it? Retribution? I don't know if that's the right word, but your retribution, the time in which you have your phoenix rising from the ashes feeling, that is coming. But I do feel like what's happening is sometimes there's a little turbulence. It's like, think of a bird flying in through some wind. It's like you're losing your momentum. You're teetering and you're tottering and you're losing your momentum. And that's what I feel like is coming from you. It's like, you know that your goodness is coming. You know the good things are coming for you. Unfortunately, because sometimes you cannot see, it's like there's a sandstorm. You can't always see what's coming next. And so you end up, unfortunately, just wavering and being unsure. It's like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but sometimes you get sand in your eyes and you got to close your eyes and you can't see at the end of the tunnel. You can't see squat no more. There is a need for you to just allow what has happened around you to be what it is, and just allow and trust in the universal timing of everything around you, because what is happening is you're so close to your end goal. You're so close to that salvation feeling. You're so close to that phoenix rising out of the ashes moment, but you get very down when things start looking like they're going a little bit left. Be very, very careful about how you internalize those feelings when things start going in a way that you were not expecting, because what you can do is end up derailing your process significantly more than if you would have just kept going. You have to find the positive in every situation, even if it is the most negative situation. Just say you tripped down the stairs and you twisted your ankle. That's the worst thing that could happen right now today, but you still have to find the positive in it. You know what? I twisted my ankle, but that means I get to sit my butt down for 5 minutes and not move. Like, you have to find a positive in every single situation that comes to you, because the more you allow turbulent moments cloud what you can see being the light at the end of that tunnel, the harder it is going to be for you to reach that goal. Do remember, how you look at situations is extremely important. It is going to determine how far and how fast you are going to fly through things. So just keep your eyes open, keep a positive attitude. And you know what? Sometimes twisting your ankle just means, you know what? I get to sit down. Maybe I needed the rest. Maybe Spirit's telling me to rest. Turn that negative into a positive, and that's a hard mentality to get into, but it is one of the most beneficial mentalities you can have living here on this earth, because when you focus on the negative, negative will come. When you look for the negative, you will find it. But if you look for that positive, that light at the end of the tunnel, you will always find it. So my friend AA, I hope you enjoyed your hummingbirds for the day, and congratulations on winning that emoji contest. And everybody, thank you so, so much for participating in the contest. You all are awesome. And so we got some more time here with me. So let's go ahead and jump into some more readings. Babe asks, how does Josh feel about me, and what is going to happen between us romantically? All right, let's look into Josh. Let's look into Josh really quick. So, Josh, not the most honest with his feelings individual. I think Josh feels a little bit extremely insecure. However, I do feel like he's opening up to those feelings for you. It's not something that's solidified because I can't say he's absolutely in love with you. I don't feel that. I do feel that there is an opening here. There is a interest, a pop a light bulb moment. There's like, aha, I see her and I kind of like what this is here. I don't feel him having that same level of love that could be beneficial to actually start a relationship. If anything, I don't also feel like he's fully connected to you 100%. So if you've been suspecting he might be talking to others, that is possibly true as well. Just be very, very careful with that. You know, don't go harpering down throats. Not yet. But I do think that there's a level of love and care that you have for him that is not fully there for you. And that is something that needs to be reevaluated. It really gives me the idea that while he does care for you to some degree, it's not the same degree as you. Will this work out in the long term? Probably not. Probably not. I don't see him wanting to move forward within the relationship. It feels like a standstill. It's like he's got feelings, but he's not willing to explore deeper within those feelings. And unfortunately, that is going to cause more rifts between the two of you over time. So, my friend, I do hope that me and this bell just getting into it, but I do hope that was able to help give you some clarity and guidance. And thank you so much for your beautiful question. I wish you the best of luck. So you guys, let's go ahead and jump into another one. Yay, Kathleen. Hiya. Hi, Kathleen. She says, will my finances get better soon? My friend, the answer is yeah. I think there's things that are going to get better soon, especially within your financials. There is a work situation, like we talked about earlier, I believe, that does need to change. Or was it? Did we talk about this earlier? It's like the Twilight Zone in my brain. Sometimes the energy just be flying, and I think some of you have multiple messages between each other. So I do think things are going to get better. There are some bad habits that need to be released. So there needs to be a whole reworking of your plan here. There needs to be a sit-down moment where you are able to reevaluate your plans. Look, that 2-column chart is not just for love and relationships. It's for everything in your life. I feel like you need to just have a path that is specifically chosen out and just go for it. So this is a situation in which, yes, your finances will improve, but there needs to be a moment of reevaluating what you desire within. What does your finances look like? What does your job situation look like? What do those things matter to you? How does it make sense to you? There needs to be that reevaluation that happens, because while, yeah, it's going to improve sometime, probably potentially by September. However, there needs to be a plan that you make that is laid out and detailed. You have to iron in the details. You have to get started on the details, because like I always say, you can ask for a miracle all you want, but you got to put the foot into it first in order for that miracle to happen. So you got to start planning, you got to start revising, you got to start visualizing, what does my life look like? How do I want this to be? So I hope what can happen here is that we just sit with our 2-column sheet of paper that I'm really advocating for today, and we make a list of what it is you want. What do you desire? What does your life look like? Aside from, billionaire, because look, we all want to be a billionaire. Me too. Shoot. But I do hope that I was able to answer your question, my friend. Take time, get that chart going, and really reevaluate, but things will get better soon. And we are on to our very last question of the night. So who do we have? Brandon. Brandon asks, do you know if this girl Miranda likes me? I DM'd her. She was beautiful. I want to know what she thinks of me, and does she like me? All right. So let's look into what she thinks of you. I do think she thinks you're a nice person. I think for her, there's a little bit of a fast motion that's pushing on. So for her, it's like there's a lack of being able to keep chill. But I do think that there's a feeling, a romantic feeling forming for you, definitely. I do believe that she finds you attractive. However, I think it's something that needs to be given time. This isn't something that's ready to come to fruition yet. She's still trying to get to know you more. So as long as you keep that communication open and are able to really just give it some chances, give it some time, allow that fantasy, allow that desire to bloom. But I do think that there is that mutual feeling, that mutual crush that exists there. And so there's definitely a chance of you two being together. It just is going to be dependent on how fast you're able to move, or how slow, really, you should move. Because just because you're able to doesn't mean you should move that fast. So just take it fast, let it flow. Don't push. Allow her to kind of lead the way, essentially, is what I'm getting. Allow her to lead the way, but do give it time to really marinate into what it could be. I think she likes you. She seems to think that, you know, you're very active in how you talk. So maybe you text a lot, or maybe you talk a lot. So there's something there that she does see as being very active. However, she does not see you as a bad person. She does want to take more time to get to know you. So give it some time, let it bloom into what it could be, but don't allow your emotions to get the better of you. Just let it flourish. Just let it flourish. You water the flower, you let it bloom. And that's kind of watering flowers and letting it bloom is exactly how we have to take things on in life. And you guys, we have hit the end of your time with me. It sucks, but don't worry. I'll be back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on My Psychic Connection. Now, the only thing is the party is over today. There is no more shows tonight, but you can catch my favorite person, Cassidy the Card Slinger, at 10 p.m. on Thursday night, Eastern Standard Time. So you get to see Cassidy tomorrow. She's going to wrap up y'all guys this week. And I hope you all enjoyed this beautiful show. Thank you all for sharing your beautiful energy with me. I am so happy to do this for you guys. And I hope you take care, listen to some good music, go eat some cake. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye.